80 delays as well out of Albany heading into Berkeley. Also looking at some slow traffic southbound on 13. This is approaching Moagab or Thornhill Drive. Maybe a new problem here on the Warren Freeway. If you see a problem on Highway 13, you can phone it in. Call 415-391 KCBS. As we go back to the Altamont, eastbound 580 is still slow from North Greenville leading out to Grant Line, where we have an earlier crash clearing up, and still slow going in Solano County on East 80 from the 412 east out to Manuel Campos, and we still find delays getting into Vacaville. Eastbound delays actually starting just past 505 into Dixon to about Weber Road, and we do find these westbound delays from Leishertown Road just past 505, and brake lights in both directions of 80, in fact, through Dixon. You can also reach out to us via Twitter at KCBS AM FM Traffic, or X as it is. Your next update, 318 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Well, if you're in the inland areas, you may still be able to catch some glimpses of the sunshine. National Weather Service says, for instance, in Livermore, it's mostly sunny where it's 55. Partly sunny in San Jose where it's 61. San Francisco, I can tell you, the clouds are gathering, and that's a sign of what's to come. Expect rain and wind for tomorrow. Highs will mostly be in the upper 50s. The rain will turn to lingering showers on Thursday morning, and then we get a break Thursday afternoon. And on Friday, for the most part, but late Friday, there is another system bring some rain to the Bay Area, and that's going to turn to scattered showers on Saturday. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper, and you can get it online? Just go to hims.com/radio. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the name brands to treat ED at up to 95% off. That's right, the same active ingredient as the brand name for 95% less. It's the same ED medication, still prescribed by a licensed medical provider, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit. HIMS.com/RADIO.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm going to take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Most online dating profiles are works of fiction. At It's Just Lunch, we are all about fun, real-life dates set up by real dating experts. Save the fiction for your nightstand and call It's Just Lunch today. Visit itsjustlunchsanfrancisco.com or call 415-989-9818.
We have more on the Tuesday afternoon News Watch. One of the challenges that a lot of city councils and county supervisors will be dealing with again in the coming year is online public commentators. As KCBS's Megan Goldsby reports, the Sebastopol City Council is among the most recent groups to take up the problem of Zoom bombing.
The debate, stay accessible to people who want to weigh in from home while shutting out the people who just want to come online and spout racist, sexist, homophobic, and otherwise offensive things to a captive audience. Sebastopol City Manager Don Schwartz says the screener has to be an expert on First Amendment court cases.
What constitutes hate speech, what does not. It's extremely difficult to make that call in just a matter of seconds. Even if we had a delay, that would still not be sufficient time to make that call.
It's why the council took up the issue of going back to in-person only comments, something they will discuss again in January, but something other councils have already done, including the city of Santa Rosa and the county of Sonoma. But some speakers like Kate joined over Zoom to say if that does happen, it would leave a lot of people out.
Many people in our community are elderly and cannot drive at night, and so they have disabilities and might not be able to drive. People with children cannot drive because, like myself, they can't leave their house to come to a 4-hour meeting.
In Sonoma County, Megan Goldsby, KCBS.
Well, Steve Kerr is speaking his mind, you could say. We are 2 minutes away from the sports line with Matt Pittman on KCBS.
Is your roof ready for El Nino? Season after season of blistering summer heat, blasting fall winds, and countless brutal winters. El Nino came through that year and the year before, destroyed my roof. I had shingles flying in the yard, leaks I had never seen before. Semper Solaris is a national award-winning Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor. Your roof will be backed by an industry-leading 50-year warranty.
It's a 50-year labor and material non-prorated warranty. If there's ever a problem, it's going to get fixed for free through the entire 50 years.
Semper Solaris, your local and veteran-owned solar, battery storage, roofing, and heating and air contractor, gets the job done with esprit de corps and honor. Work hard to keep your word. That's what we do every single day. Plus 0 down, 0% interest, and 0 payments for 18 months. El Nino is coming. Call Semper Solaris and get your roof inspected today. Visit sempersolaris.com or 628-222-2715. Unapproved credit restrictions apply. See website for details. Expires 12/31/23. CSL number 978-152. Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the name brands at up to 95% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but for 95% less. It's the same medication, still prescribed by a licensed medical provider, but with 0 copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. hims.com/joy.
Coming up on KCBS.
I'm Jeffrey Schaub in Petaluma, where there has been a huge outpouring of support for the owners of a donut shop who lost their life savings to robbers.
KCBS News Time, 3:15. Matt Pittman joins us on the Bay Area Chevy Dealer Sports Desk because Steve Kerr is sounding off at the NBA officials.
Boy, did he, after watching Nuggets star Nikola Jokic go 18 for 18 at the free throw line in yesterday's 120-114 Denver win over the Warriors, head coach Steve Kerr could no longer stay silent about what he sees as a major problem in the NBA. He didn't come out and use the term explicitly, but he is talking about flopping.
I have a problem with the way we are legislating defense out of the game. That's what we're doing in the NBA. The way we're teaching the officials, we're just enabling players to BS their way to the foul line. If I were a fan, I wouldn't have wanted to watch that second half of that game. It's disgusting.
You can't come out and name a specific official, a specific player, specific play, use a term like flopping, because the fine police are always listening. Very, I think, delicately, deliberately worded statement from Steve Kerr there, knowing that it's a 2-time MVP who went to the free throw line 18 times, which is absurd. I can also tell you that this is something where I've got a front row seat at every Warriors home game, and this is not the first time that Steve Kerr has had a problem with the amount of fouls against the Warriors.
Well, it seems
He just wants
contradictory.
an even playing field.
It seemed, I thought this season they were going to crack down on flopping. And it seems like the opposite happened.
Yeah, I have seen it happen once in person this season, and it was against the notorious flopper himself, Stephen Curry. I'm being sarcastic, ridiculous. They called a flop on Stephen Curry, who's the superstar who flops the least. It is an uneven playing field, but one thing that caught my attention was Kendrick Perkins, ESPN NBA analyst, former player who himself had kind of a tricky relationship with officials in his playing days, said, hold on, Steve Kerr, not so fast.
When Golden State was making their runs and winning championships with KD, without KD, and calls were going their way, everything was fine and dandy. Now, Steve Kerr, do you really want to go back to the old school rules?
It's a good question, because Steph and Clay, Kevin Durant, even Draymond did benefit from the
referees whistle quite a bit. At the sports desk, Matt Pittman, KCBS.
My little brother's friends have been camped out at our place for 2 days straight. 3. It's because of the Xfinity 10G network. Internet that can handle a house full of screens at once with basically no interruptions. And it's only getting faster. When I was their age, internet like this was a pipe dream.
You sound like my grandpa.
Please go home. The next generation 10G network only from Xfinity. The future starts now. Now through March 21st, new customers can get 1.2 gigabit internet on the Xfinity 10G network for just $25 a month for 2 years with no annual contract and Wi-Fi equipment included when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/10G, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless and auto-pay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. After promo, regular rates apply to internet service and Wi-Fi equipment. Actual speeds vary.
I am KCBS reporter Holly Kwan.
And this is Victor Saragosa from the traffic department.
Wishing you a happy
Holly.
What?
You want to hear a Christmas joke? How do sheep say Merry Christmas?
How?
Feliz Navidad. He likes my joke. I love it. Wishing you and yours a happy holiday.
Traffic and weather together on the 8s on KCBS. We've got a crash to tell you about in San Francisco, and Joe joins us from the KCBS Traffic Center.
Yeah, it could be on the southbound Central Freeway, southbound 101 just before 80. We do see a lot of slow traffic on the Central Freeway, mostly in the southbound direction connecting towards 80, or I should say connecting on the southbound 101. We do find heavy traffic on eastbound 80 from 101 onto the lower deck of the Bay Bridge, and as you come off the upper deck of the Bay Bridge from the San Francisco Anchorage, we're seeing delays here as well that will extend out towards the Central Freeway. So if you see a problem on the Central Freeway, give us a call. The phone force line is 415-391-KCBS. We're looking at delays in Gilroy, eastbound 152, looking through the Tilton Autobody collision cam for delays on Pacheco Pass Highway from Fraser Lake Road to Bloomfield. Had an earlier crash at Bloomfield Road. That is off to the right shoulder. And an earlier collision still clearing up on the Altamont eastbound 580 at Grant Line. Everything should be in the center divide. We still find delays in the area, however, on eastbound 580 from South Vasco. Also looking at delays on East 580 heading into the Dublin interchange, starting on the Dublin grade and westbound 580 in pockets from about Santa Rita Road towards the 680 connector. And let's take another look at this slow traffic we see on 160. Very slow, going about an 8-mile backup on northbound 160 heading towards Highway 12 in Rio Vista, about a 35-minute drive time. Your next update, 3:28 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
We have your Mancini Sleep World 6-day forecast. Visit Mancini Sleep World during our year-end clearance event, or visit sleepworld.com. And we are tracking a couple of systems able to eke out some filtered sunshine earlier today as more clouds move into the Bay Area, especially over the Bay in San Francisco this hour. The Spare the Air alert for today is causing some hazy horizons around the Bay Area. Tomorrow, our first system of the week arrives, bringing rain and wind. That's going to turn to scattered showers early Thursday. We're going to dry out late in the day, though, and continue that trend for Friday. Late in the day on Friday, though, we bring in our second system. Rain around the Bay Area. It's going to linger into Saturday with scattered showers. And then the last day of 2023 will be dry, and the first day of 2024, sunny and cool with highs in the upper 50s. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS. The owners of a beloved Petaluma donut shop thought they had lost everything when burglars broke into their home and stole a safe containing all of their life savings. KCBS's Jeffrey Schaub reports from Petaluma, where the community has raised a huge amount of money for the husband and wife.
Kenny's Donuts in Petaluma's west side was closed for the holiday, but owners Ray and Sophie Heng were there preparing for their reopening Wednesday. The loss of over $100,000 in money they'd saved over 28 years is devastating.
I'm 69 and we're still in that age, so we plan to get another couple of years to go on and call it a day, you know, to teach somebody else to get going.
Now, how are you going to do that now?
Yeah, it's too fast. Yeah, it's over. It's kind of too late to start over.
Since the robbery, customers have flooded their store offering money. A GoFundMe account set up by friends totals $151,000 so far.
So grateful for Petaluma people. It's amazing. I'm blessed by the people.
Ray says they are blessed.
Petaluma is a community that you can't even find on this earth. It was like, good Lord, No, people in Petaluma are just like super kind, super caring about others.
In Petaluma, Jeffrey Schaub, KCBS.
2023 was the year the average person could use artificial intelligence through the use of large language models like ChatGPT. KCBS's Eric Thomas reports on the milestones AI reached this year.
CBS News tech contributor Ian Scher says it didn't take long for services like ChatGPT to make a splash.
It's changed already the way a lot of businesses do their work, and it is promising to upend a lot of how life is done, just like the internet did 20, 30 years ago.
He says it's useful in processing large amounts of information and in researching topics. It doesn't faithfully adhere to facts when writing a report, at least not in the current iteration. But along with a lot of positives, the models provoke concerns about being misused by criminals or terrorists. A paralyzed Congress has not taken up regulation of AI, but Scher says the White House has.
And they're saying, look, the companies that are making AI have to disclose to the government about, above a certain size and power and capability, what they're doing, what they're learning, the challenges they're having, all sorts of stuff.
In 2024, we could see more bundling of AI with email and other online services. Eric Thomas, KCBS.
We are tracking regulatory heat on Apple and Google. Jason Brooks is on the Money Watch.
Silicon Valley powerhouses are facing a tougher regulatory landscape around the globe. Bloomberg reports that Japan's antitrust regulators are writing a new anti-monopoly law that is focused on reducing the power Apple and Google have over app stores and in-app payments. Google earlier this month suffered an antitrust setback in the U.S. after a federal jury found that Google's Play App Store operated as an illegal monopoly by charging developers fees of up to 30% while making deals with rivals to prevent competition. Google is appealing that verdict. European antitrust regulators for years have been singling out Silicon Valley firms. Intel was the Silicon Valley standout today, with its stock surging higher by more than 5% on word of a new semiconductor plant it will build in Israel. That boosted the Dow higher by 159 points. Nasdaq gained 81, and the S&P was up by 20. On the Money Watch, Jason Brooks, KCBS.
Disable parking. They got a whole fucking floor to themselves. Everybody else
really is the humidity,
has to
especially
go
when trying to get a
above.
comfortable night's sleep.
Then
European sleepworks design their
the other floors.
making you more dry and comfy. And they also use natural cotton and wool to make sure you stay dry. Don't suffer any more hot, sleepless nights. Sleep well on a breathable mattress from European Sleepworks at Adeline and Ashby in Berkeley, or online at sleepworks.com.
KCBS, in partnership with UCSF Health, presents As Prescribed, a weekly conversation with leading medical experts from UCSF Medical Center and UCSF City Off Children's Hospital. Hear from the experts, recognized worldwide for innovations in patient care, the latest medical knowledge, and pioneering research. As Prescribed, every Thursday at 1:30 on KCBS 740 AM and 106.9 FM, and streaming on the Odyssey app.
I get 100 calls a week about my home. Why is Left Coast Buyers any different?
For one, we have experience buying homes with tenants in place.
You mean I can sell my home and not work?
We specialize in San Francisco Bay Area and will buy your home as is, even with tenants. It means no repairs, no appraisals, no conditions.
Even inherited, foreclosure, divorce, abandoned, and fixer upper?
Yeah, just call Left Coast Buyers at 925-434-5000.
Oh wait, what about commissions and fees?
Absolutely none. We don't charge any fees to buy your home. In fact, call us today at 925-434-5000. And if you don't receive an offer within 24 hours after speaking to us, we'll add $15,000 on top of your cash offer. Call 925-434-5000. 925-434-5000. 925-434-5000.
We were on vacation when my 4-year-old son woke up with a very high fever. We were scared and we had to find an emergency room immediately. In an unfamiliar city in the middle of the night, we had no idea where to go.
1 in 5 children will visit an emergency room this year. But did you know that some ERs are more prepared for pediatric emergencies? But there is help. The Find ER Now app will quickly locate the closest ER and
damn choice.
prepared for your child.